Alright, what up, though? What up, though? Alright, look, man, CPN, yeah, they are dead. CPNs are done for now, not really. I'm just playing, they're not done for, but it is a harder 2025. They changed a lot of things up. A lot of banks, a lot of companies, a lot of apartment complexes have developed new software to detect CPN numbers, so the game has changed. You need to adjust. You need to make some changes to get that CPN number rolling, get that CPN approved for lines of credit, get approved for trade lines, so you can start building those scores up. There's a formula to do it. There's some things you need to do to get in. Some things you can do to spend some money to get in a little bit faster. But yeah. So CPNs right now, very, very hard. You guys probably trying to get approved for things. You're getting denied, or they're saying they can't find you, or they can't locate your information, or they're asking for extra identity. That's what the game is. There's no way around it. They're going to be asking for identity. They're going to be asking for license. They're going to say they can't find you on these brand new profiles. So one easy thing to do is adding a AU trade line on there first. Know that one AU trade line will not get you approved for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. All that one AU trade line is going to do is help you get in the system, help them pick up your information. Now, that doesn't mean that all banks and all institutions are going to be able to find your information. You're still going to get asked for some identification at some places, but some other places will not ask for that. That's where I come in. That's when my consultations come in. Hit me up at creditkay.com. You can book a $50 consultation. I'm gonna give you all the sauce you need. All right. Now next, the AU trade line. A good place to get AU trade lines is one from me. I have AU trade lines that report on CPs as well as Coast trade lines. That's the only other website I trust for anything. Coast trade lines. If it's not Coast trade lines, I do not trust it for helping you build credit. Everybody said they got primaries. Everybody said they got backdated mortgages, zombie debt, backdated auto loans, backdated mortgages. I don't trust anybody out there online who's saying they doing that. Everybody I come across says, in my opinion, they are scamming. No one is really doing it. So I advise you guys to actually do your research, do your homework on these companies that are doing this stuff. All right. We got any questions, concerns? What up, Kobe? We're talking about trade lines. I got a trade line list. If you're looking to be a trade line vendor, you want to sell trade lines, or if you're in real estate, you need trade lines to help boost your client scores, or if you're in credit repair, you need trade lines to boost your client scores, hit me up. I got you. AU trade lines is great for CPNs and personal credit. So next, after the AUs, if you don't want to go the AU route, you're going to have to go the public record route. And I advise you to do both. Go the AU route and the public record route. Public records, you need about 20 to 25 public records these days. Library cards, airline cards, TV Guide, East Bay Magazine, anything you sign up for online will put your information in a public record database, will help you get picked up and looked at by these institutions that you're trying to get approved for. Now, banks, specifically Capital One, Discover, those two used to be the easiest ones to get approved for a brand new profile. You still would get approved through the pre-approval process, but they are asking everyone for Social Security Administration access. If they can't automatically pull you up on the Social Security Administration, going to ask for a form for them to get more permission on there. Amex and Discover are pretty much dead unless you know a data furnisher that can get you into certain other databases, and that is not cheap. I'm looking to be one myself, but the risk reward on that is not really panning out for what I'm seeing. But there's people online who claim to be data furnishers that can report data, but getting yourself in these databases, opt-in pre-screen, LexisNexis, CoreLogic. There's a lot of databases out there that you can get into once your CPN has kind of been numbered, been established and set up. So once you get a couple of hard pulls on it, let it sit for 30 to 60 days before you start trying to apply. If you let it sit for 30 to 60 days, you will have more luck getting approved. Always go through the pre-approved process. Try Care Credit, try the Pedal Card, try Credit One. These 3 banks, Credit One, Pedal Card, and Care Credit, will still approve you through the pre-approved portal, even with all the extra security and scrutiny that's going on. All right. We got any questions, concerns? We got some couple of likes. I appreciate that. Y'all tap that like button. Go ahead and ask a question. If you're looking to build a secondary profile, the CPN, if you need trade lines to report on there, you want to know what primaries are reporting, this is your time to ask your questions. I just gave you 3 right there. So I hope you wrote those 3 down. People are coming in saying hi. I think I am on the other side of the YouTube live. I might be getting shown to a bunch of random people and not my actual tribe, but that's cool. If you're interested in credit, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in side hustles, learning to courier, learning murder, 6'7", man. If I was 12, that would be funny. But yeah, at 6'7", yeah, my kids say that a lot. Can we still get funding on the CPN? Barely. That CPN better be all the way built up and already have some primary trade lines right now. So that would be the only way you're getting approved, unless you go what I've been saying early on this live, get you some AU trade lines first, sign up for some easy primary trade lines, and even still, you still might get denied because your CPN is not in the Social Security Administration database. And only way to get in that database is to know a data furnisher, or you can play the backdoor game where you apply for a EIN number and use your EIN number as the CPN number. Now that method is hit or miss as well. But shout out to you, Brian. Appreciate you. Yeah, you can still get funding, but it's not as easy as it was in 22 and 23 and even early parts of 2024. They're cracking down. Software is getting a lot tighter. A lot of people are burning them out, and people listen to me online. This is for educational purposes only. Don't recommend you guys doing any of this. It's just for learning and entertainment. Yeah, my pockets need help. Help me out. Drop me a super chat. Sean dropped me a cash app too, at credit K, $ credit K. You want to drop me a cash app or book a consultation, man? I need all the moolah. My crypto is down, my stocks are up, and I got a 6-figure job, but I'm still broke, buddy. So let's go. Any more questions, concerns, or comments, man? CPNs are dead, but you got to finesse it to really squeeze all the life out of it. Anybody interested in getting an apartment, getting a car with a low down payment? Need to get your utilities turned back on with no deposit. What are we talking about? 6'7", 6'7", 8", 6'7", 8", 9. What we doing? Talk to me. We got 9 people on. We got 4 people right now, 6 likes. I appreciate y'all paying that like text, paying attention, man. If you got any more questions, just hit me up on. Yeah, chat, you know me. Chat, they know me. The fact that you said chat let me know you a internet nerd. I'm calling the chat actual chat. These are my peoples. This is my tribe. They love me, but I'm broke though. So yeah, follow Sean. Go ahead and head over his page. Give him some attention. He needs some likes. He needs some friends. I don't think his mother gave him enough hugs growing up. He likes to come on other people's lives and leave weird comments. Chat 6-7. What we doing? I got 7 people watching, 7 likes, 8 likes. Hey Keto, what up, boo? You know, we just talking about credit, CPNs, trade lines. You know, how they flip credit into cash, how to flip that cash into assets like stocks, gold, silver is at record highs. Gold is at record highs. I used credit cards during the pandemic to purchase grams and bars of silver. I actually need to weigh that stuff and see how much I got. Now I think I spent maybe 400. It should be up over 1,500 now. But those are assets. You want to be buying assets. That is the name of the game right now. The dollar is using value. The dollar is using a lot of value. So use credit. Use other people's money to buy things that appreciate in value. Real estate in certain places. Stocks in certain areas. Crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Everything else is crap. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Everything else is crap and will be down almost to zero come January or February. The bull run is here. Altcoin season is here. Go ahead and invest. By December, pull out. It's not financial advice. It's what I'm doing. November, October, November, I'm buying. December, I'm selling everything but Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. So we're taking these secondary profiles, building them up, getting them cash, getting apartments, condos to rent out, cars to rent out, investing in dividend, high yield paying ETF stocks. You do not know what high yield ETF stocks is, please do your research. ULTY is one I'm investing. Hey, how you Tone Luke? Oh, wild thing. Boom, 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 boom. Wild thing. That was Tone Loke, but I ain't heard Tone Loke name in damn near 30 years, man. Tone Loke still alive? RP of Tone Loke. He ain't still alive. Tone Loke, one of my favorite musicians and guest stars, actors. Cool dude. Funky Cole Medina. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to Tone Loke. RP to Tone Loke. I had to go play some Tone Loke. Yo, appreciate you. Hit that like button, Johnny Bleezy. Johnny Bleezy. Yep, pay out every Friday. Joey know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir, Joey Zaza. Man, I got what I'm at. And he got a lot of y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm at on my OT. How many OT shares I got? I got about 520 OT shares, paying out at 9 cents a share. So I get around about $48 every Friday. $48 every Friday. It's at $5.50 today. I think I'm gonna buy another 20 shares come Friday. I love OT. I was investing in a couple of high yield ETFs, but OT is my favorite right now. I didn't buy at the top. I bought in around about $6.20. So overall, I'm not really even down about $100. I get paid $50 every week, so that $100 I'm down in the overall price is made up for 10 times, man. Real estate is better than the shit, boy. We can argue on that one. We can argue, Johnny Blaze. Real estate is not better than the stock market as of right now. My high yield ETFs, ULTY, act as investment properties. Most investors only making $300 per door every month. I'm invested less than $3,000 and I get paid $300 every month off this ULT stock. Crazy if you think real estate. Man, people don't pay rent these days. You know, man, please. Now, if you buying and flipping, then that's a different thing. But if you buying, holding, renting out property, you got overhead, you got maintenance, repairs, you know, you got people, you know, in between rental periods, you know, 2 or 3 months trying to find a new renter. Nah, man. You know, real estate is good. I'm not saying don't invest in real estate. But as of right now, the stock market is paying out way more than real estate, and the investment is not as high as real estate. You need a minimum of like 20,000 just to do anything in real estate. Minimum of 20,000. Then you got to borrow somebody else's money. No, sir. Of course you lose money in a down market. That's why you do not invest in a down market. You sell before it gets to a bear market, or you hold until it goes back up. Just like real estate. Your real estate can depreciate in value, which a lot of real estate is doing from 2023 to 2025. Most houses in America have depreciated. From 2020 to 2023, most houses increased because it was shortage due to COVID. But right now, the shortage is over. Mortgage rates increase, so therefore, people are not buying houses. The prices are dropping. Comps are dropping. Then, therefore, people's property value is dropping. If you don't believe me, just go to Zillow and search homes. You'll see most price cuts every 30 days. Starting around probably around February of this year, when Trump got in the office, most price cuts have been cut. But I like you, Johnny Blaze. You think, brother? I like you. I like you, man. Keep coming. No, I never read Warren Buffett's books. I didn't know he had books. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which really inspired me to start buying assets and buying things that appreciate in value, like real estate. You know, but that is one of my goals, to actually own an investment property, not just my single family, not just my personal residence, but own additional investment property. But I gotta really make it make sense for me, because I hear horror stories about tenants tearing up properties or not paying or doing crazy stuff. Yeah, the Kiyosaki guy. That was a good book. But he, you know, he said a lot of things. Tyler, free Palestine. Free that guy. Free that guy Palestine. Free Diddy too. Let's what up, my bush? Well, Mike in the building. We just talking shit, man. Thank you, Johnny Blaze. Do you have a channel as well, sir? If you have a channel, I will subscribe to you too. Tyrone, what up, man? Man, I'm looking. I want somewhere in Orlando, but Florida real estate market is kind of trash right now, especially with high insurance and everything. So I wanted somewhere in Orlando, like an investment property. Because when I was down there, took my family to Disney World, I saw how many just like little houses and condos had pools and stuff, and around certain times of the year, you can make a lot of money. But then I've started hearing about the insurance going up. Even though Orlando is in the middle, it's not by the coast, shouldn't have any flood insurance. the whole state overall is kind of overpriced and stuff. But I wouldn't mind having a property somewhere in Florida. There, Vegas. I think Vegas, even though it's kind of down right now for tourism, I think it's going to have a major comeback. It's going to be an actual, instead of gambling hub, it's going to be more of a sports gambling, and I guess like a convention hub out there in Vegas. So owning a piece of property out there probably wouldn't be too bad. The Mississippi Gulf Coast. Now I don't like buying stuff around water because all the storms and shit flooding. You got some in North Carolina. What part of North Carolina? I got family. I got an aunt live in Charlotte, some other family up in Winston and Greensboro. The Triangle, what they call it. So if you got some stuff up in there, I'll possibly be interested. I think that's a good area. Charlotte is definitely up and coming for real estate. So let me know, man. All my information is on the back end of my channel, Tyrone. If you want to shoot me an email, info@blackmanmedia.com. Kingston 9 Pieces Property. Oh, Kingston. Never heard of Kingston. I looked that one up. Where that's close to? They're close to Charlotte, up there by Raleigh. By Cherokee, North Carolina, where is that at? Let me know. But I'll be all over North Carolina, man. Good state. Cause once I get this whole Bitcoin accumulated in my wallet, I will be using that to borrow. You can borrow against your crypto at 50% loan to value, 5% APR interest, and you can use that to purchase other things. So that is my goal. And as you purchase Bitcoin and borrow, and as the price of Bitcoin goes up, you can use the earned income off the increase of price of Bitcoin and pay off the loan that way. You don't even have to reinvest or do anything. Just let the price of Bitcoin go up and let it pay off that way. 2,000 miles from Goldsboro. Oh, 25. Okay, 25. I appreciate that clarification. Goldsboro. I don't even know what Goldsboro at. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I'm getting bit down here. Let me go back inside. You know, just getting all the work done. Got to keep the income rolling. Jobs, businesses, side hustles, pimping, slanging, hustling. You do it all. We really do it all. Sports gambling. All money in. All money in over here. So yeah, definitely, Tyrone, I am interested in the property. Definitely hit me up. If you want to hit me on IG at Credit K. On IG at Credit K on TikTok. If you don't want to ask your question in the comments, send me a message. I got you. But yeah, man, the topic of the day was CPNs are dead. CPNs are a lot harder to get approved for. You know, you can still make them, but it's a lot harder to get approved for things. A lot of apartment complexes are using software that can detect real Social Security numbers. Most of the banks are actually tied in with the Social Security Administration now. So they're getting their information directly from the source. But some of the smaller banks, some of the smaller credit unions, you can still get in with. You just got to build your profile up to where it's approved, where it looks legit, and to where you got some information, some data on it that the banks can find, that these people can find to verify you. That's why they're asking for ID. That's why they're saying they can't find your information, they can't verify you, because you do not have enough data out there. Oh yeah, definitely looking for some property. Open lots. I had an idea of doing like an open lot and doing like truck parking, or using it as like a parking or some like a storage for like boats or something like that. So yeah, man, I'm stoked, Tyrone. You ain't got to keep this and that, man. Send me the information, bro. Send me the info. Let's get something rolling. Let's get something rolling. Especially you got something under 10K right now. We can get something rolling ASAP. Shout out to Tyrone. Coming through the live, dropping some sauce, dropping some information for us. What's all these buttons? There's some extra buttons on this live. Like green screen. Okay. Yep. Walmart doing a hiring freeze. That's getting spooky. Here's a trade line. Here's something I just got approved for one of my profiles. Yeah. Let me show my background. Yeah, you see it. Boom, them birds. Then the tit butts. You better not be an Aints fan. I tell you that. Better not be no Aints fan or a Bucks fan. Or a Carolina Kitty Cats fan. If you an Eagles fan, y'all been on our head a couple of years. I can't really say nothing about the Eagles. Oh, Steelers. Yeah. Shout out to Steelers. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. You know what I mean? I rock with Steelers. That was definitely my favorite team back when Jerome Bettis and Ben was out there. I definitely rock with them boys. But when I saw the Falcons, you said, the Falcons. Falcons above everything. But shout out to UC Wade. You interested in the trade line? Yeah, the big bus, man. That was that dude. Bus, Plexico Burris. Them team. I was in the fan when Cordell Stewart was up there, man. Him and old Bill Cowell. Yeah, I ain't putting 2 pennies in Atlanta either. You right. I ain't putting 2 pennies in Atlanta. Now, outside of Atlanta, yeah, I would. There's a couple of pockets of Atlanta that still gentrification that's on the cusp of being gentrified. But yeah, man, it's a couple of places in Atlanta that's going to be gentrified. That's a good investment. But you gonna have to wait and sit on that mug about 5 to 10 years before it really. I feel that neighborhood fully convert over where you can really get your money out of it. Yeah. But yeah. I'm probably go back down to Tybee Island. I was in Tybee Island New Year's Eve for their little fireworks celebration. I might take the kids back down there this New Year's. It's a good time. Shout out to Savannah. 9-1 douche. Got a couple of partners from Savannah. Any more questions, comments, or concerns? We rep the Falcons all day. We rep a couple of other local teams. Shout out to Georgia Tech. Doing good this year. Nothing but the Tide. Hell, not ain't nothing but the Tide. I don't really care for either one of them, honestly. I'm a Georgia boy, so I'm a root for Georgia. But really, I'm a Georgia Tech fan. And I went to Georgia Southern for undergrad, so that's that. But yeah, I'm from the city. We rep Tech. But Georgia cool too. Georgia smooth too. Georgia smooth. But we rep Tech all day. Yeah, I went to Georgia Southern. Go Eagles. Nothing but the Tide. Can't win nothing but the Tide. Anybody interested in the stock market? What stocks y'all buying? What crypto y'all buying? Who's your favorite? Who we got tonight? It ain't Wednesday. Ain't no game on tonight. Anybody tried that prediction market in the Robinhood app? I've been making a nice little penny off of predicting like games and stuff. Predict like baseball games, who in the playoffs. I think I'm gonna go with Chicago tonight. Put a little $20 on Chicago tonight to win, and I'm gonna do Philadelphia Phillies, and I'm gonna do Detroit Tigers to win tonight. Put a little 20 on them too. I ain't making too much noise. A little quick little $40, you know what I mean? If I win, graduated from HKU. High Q. I don't know what HKU means. All right, and Philly, Tyrone. Appreciate y'all talking to me. Y'all talking to ya, boy. But yeah, it's 5 o'clock. About to start my. Oh, they found Derrick Rose. That guy. Oh, they found him in Atlanta. Oh, y'all know about the guy that was those prisons that broke out in Louisiana. There was one left. They just found that one guy here in Atlanta. Why would you come to Atlanta? I guess you're trying to blend in with all the other black people, but bro, your face is too well known. Oh, we got some questions. What up? CPN's not really dead, my brother. The old way. Yeah, yep. Facts, Jay. Yep, that's what I said. But I'm glad the title of the live got you come on in here. Yeah, CPNs are not dead, but it is a lot harder. It's not as easy as it was in 22, 23, 24. I noticed Capital One and Discover partner up with the Social Security Administration, and they're getting access to Equifax to get your either your tax records or your Social Security records. So yeah, Jay Mastermind, you know what you're talking about. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Jay. Yep. But you're not gonna tell the method, so you can shut the fuck up unless you're gonna say the method of getting it on in there for these people, man. We ain't trying to sell. You can't sell nothing on here on my live, player. Ain't nobody coming to you for no sauce. Give the sauce for free. Shut the hell up. Chicago is playing Milwaukee. Chicago playing Milwaukee Brewers. This is baseball, not football. Chicago Cubs playing Milwaukee Brewers. And the prediction market, I got them. Hear about them. But yeah, man. Yep. CPNs are not really dead. You gotta definitely try harder to get them. Got to get your information on a lot more databases with the SSA. Hit me up for that sauce. That one is not for everyone. You got to hit your butt up. I got you. I'm trying to get you. And but yeah. You talking about business credit? Yeah, business credit cool too. It's the same deal. You still got to have a personal credit score, over 700. 5 trade lines reporting on that that personal credit. Can't just, even with the business credit, you can just come in. I got my partner, I put 2 AUs on my homeboy profile. He had just cleaned his credit. He ain't had nothing negative on there. He had pretty much a blank profile, and it was his real personal credit profile. I put 2 AUs back in 2021, 2022, and he was able to get approved for a PayPal loan and PayPal credit card in 30 days. Now, that ain't going. Ain't doing nothing. Business credit, you got to have things sold up and some income rolling through your business. Now, there's still some, you can, get some loans through some MCA, merchant cash advance, things of that nature, but it's a lot harder to get funds through your business, especially if you have a new business, But there's still ways. There's still some hacks out there. Hit subscribe on this channel. Go through some of those older business credit videos. Some of the information is outdated. Some it's not. You tried crypto pudgy penguins. Yeah. 35. And it says 73. Yeah. So you buy low, sell high. Like I said, I'm not selling any of my crypto until towards the end of December. Maybe like right before Christmas, I might sell a good portion of it. May keep a small bag till around January. The past, I ain't know Robinhood had pudgy. I bought my pudgy on DeFi space. And then I went over to bought it on Coinbase when they listed it on there. But I didn't know they had it on Robinhood. That's good. That's good. Only thing I don't like about Robinhood is when you buy the crypto, it's not at the spot price. Robinhood always raised the price of the crypto that you buy it at. So you can't get it at the exact price that it is actually. So they can kind of mess up, some averages if you're trying to do some swing trades and day trading. But if you're buying and holding it for long term, I advise everybody to buy the crypto and hold it at least 30 to 60 days before you sell it. Buying Age Corps and adding SCP as a PG. I mean, really, the Age Corp things really don't really do nothing for you. You can, if you got a good, CPN with enough primaries on there, you can do that with a new business. I can start a business tomorrow and just list that it's been open for 4 years. You get the same shit. So I would never buy Age Corp unless that Age Corp or that Shelf Corp comes with tax returns, comes with lines of credit already attached to it, or comes with some type of revenue like tax returns, bank statements. In my opinion, there's no reason to buy Age Corp. Age Corp do nothing for you unless it comes with that information, because you can lie and say your business is 2 or 3 years old and get the same results from the banks. Yeah, so you can get a 2K fuel card without an Age Corp, bro. I wouldn't waste my money on no Age Corp. Unless you trying to really, really, really get the bag, and it's still, like I said, you still gonna have to come with tax returns and things of that nature. So yeah. But yeah, fuel cards don't really do nothing for you. You get a 2K fuel card and the only thing you're gonna use it for is fuel. You don't need that much damn gas. You can do the same thing with a new biz you made today. Just on the application, just don't say you're a new biz. Just say you've been in business for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Sometimes the banks may go to the Secretary of State and see. Majority of the time, they do not. I've never been denied saying your business is too new. They always say your Social Security got too many inquiries, you got too many accounts, your utilization is over on your personal accounts. You might have a UCC filing, what may block it, but I've been getting approved for everything for a new business. The credit score is the key, or the paperwork is the key. Bank statements and tax returns. No doc funding is dead. No documentation funding is dead. Unless you might get like a little 10, 20K. I think Truist still does a little 20K credit card. FNBO, you can get a business credit card from them. Y'all want to see my credit black book? My bag. Show y'all, boy, we're hanging, man. I got over $250,000 worth of credit, man, these boys, on the Instagram. Just because I ain't buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris and multi-million-dollar houses don't mean I ain't got the sauce, don't mean I ain't got the funds to do it. Please believe it. And please believe these boys are just skimming and scamming, ain't living the life that you think they is, man. Trust and believe everything you see on the internet ain't what it look like. Ain't what it look like. Let me show y'all the credit black book, the credit Rolodex. It's over 250, $250,000 in credit. We got Lowe's business credit cards. We got the Florida Core card. Brother, we got gas cards. We got the BP gas card. You know what I mean? Citibank is very inquiry friendly, J Mastermind. Try Citibank on the business side and the personal side. They don't mind inquiries that much. Trying the Moo app. I like Moo. Damn, man. I wish you could have used my link. Both of us could have got $100 off the Moo app, but it's all good. I like Big Bear AI. Joby Aviation, I think I was in that too. It's another one. But Big Bear AI and SUN. Soon, SOUN, SoundHound. It's another AI stock. SoundHound is an AI music stock. Big Bear is a chip stock. Big Bear AI is very, very good. BMNR is a great stock, but Big Bear should be under about 650 now. So I think that's going to go to 10 very soon. But I like Big Bear. I like UC Wade. You know, you shitted on my Falcons. But yeah, you know your thing about some investing and getting some money and you researching and actually trying to understand things. I appreciate you, J Mastermind, tapping in, bro. Yeah, I had to cut my lock, man. I shouldn't have cut my lock, but that shit get too hot in the summertime, man. This hair, bro. I'm in Atlanta. It must get way too hot in the summer. I could not do another summer with all that hair. A Big Bear at 784 today. Woo, I need to check mine. I think I sold all my Big Bear though. I need to go buy back in on the next dip. If you get below 750, I'm buying back in Big Bear. Yeah, man. Hey, my brother, J Mastermind. That's how I felt when I first learned about this credit game in 2019. That's when I first learned about business credit, all this stuff, man. Like I use business credit to wipe out my student loans. I use business credit to actually get me my own business, my ECO suites, my own office space. Yeah, okay. Well, I might need to get it at $7. I'm on Big Bear at $7. 6, 7. 6, 7 come around every day, man. I'm on the young side of the YouTube live. I start seeing these 6, 7 comments. All right. So yeah, let me see. I still got Robinhood open. Where BBA easy. Yep, 729 at a high of 774 today. Well, the bear, y'all should have good day to put a put call in. Yeah, just beginning of the week it was at below $7. September 5th was below $5. So yeah, and then the yearly high 978. So yeah, I'm waiting for another pullback. Yeah, we pulled back below 6. I'm buying. Below 7. Pull back below 7. I'm buying back in. But that's what I learned the most about stocks, man. And that's when I'm kind of getting away from options and doing some other things. If I just buy, hold the stocks at a certain levels and sell it, that's when I'm making the most money. When I trade options and try to do all the other stuff, get cute, that's when I start losing money. But if I buy a good stock at a low price, never buy at all-time highs. If I keep my trading set and structured, never buy at all-time highs, you know, make sure the sector is up, you know, AI, you know, quantum computing, anything to do with chips and computers are rolling right now. And then healthcare, some healthcare stocks are doing good as well. So certain sectors I'm continuously buying, and I've been doing pretty good. I brought my portfolio, one of my portfolios up about 5,000 this year, just doing that method. So it is what it is. Child support, yeah, man. I ain't never had to deal with that problem with child support. Luckily, you know, me and my kids, mom, we'll be able to work everything out amicably without getting the people in our business. But yeah, man, that child support is a bitch. It's a guy called Support Child Support. It's a guy on Instagram I follow, but he'd help me. I would try to reach out to him. He got like a scar on his face right here, supporting dads or something, supporting child support on IG. But bro is he definitely good at getting information and getting, you know, finding resources to help men with child support, man. That's definitely a good thing that's hurting men and people's pockets in general. Is the government getting in your business and making you pay child support, and portion of the funds actually goes to the local government with that. It's crazy. Ooh, 90K in the arrears? Nah, they ain't gonna arrest you. They just, yeah, but you can't drive nowhere. Jesus. Yeah, you probably would keep all your money in crypto, but as soon as you put it in the bank, but that thing got yeah, you need to be off the radar, my brother. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. What about business credit, USA? So now, I don't even know. Let me look up what the hell USAA got on the business side. Now, I do have a business credit account with Navy Federal and a weak ass business credit card. At the time, this was what, 2021. They really didn't have too many business products, but I think Navy Federal has more business products now. Like they have a line of credit now. They didn't have a line of credit at the time. Like I said, they only had one credit card. I think you can get vehicles in your business through Navy Federal now. Yeah, business credit card. They actually have business loans now. Yeah. So when I first got my account with Navy Federal, they didn't have anything. They got commercial real estate loans now. Jesus, hold on. Vehicle and secured home loan. Hey, my man, let's go back shopping with Navy Federal. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Just X, yes, you should use a CPN. That's just the hook. That's just the title to get you roped in and get you listening to the live. Now, CPNs are not dead, but they are a lot harder to get approved for. A lot harder. They want more ID. The banks are working with the Social Security agencies to verify those numbers. So a lot of times those numbers do not pass verification checks unless you can get your information into those databases, into those bureaus using a data furnisher, or just skipping those and going to smaller banks and using the AU and using more smaller trade lines to get in. Yes, they are still good, but they are not as easy to get approved as they were 2, 3, 4 years ago. People are burning them out, and the technology is getting better. Software is getting better. Yeah, talk too much on the phone about the child support. Yeah, well, with your baby mama, but you know, if you're talking to a lawyer or somebody, yeah, get all the help you can for that. Yes, need more verification. Make sure you're in as many databases as you can with that. Just look up third-party databases. Look up databases like Nexus and LexisNexis if you just want to Google something. That's a little free game, man. Learn how to use Google. If you want to know something, just type it in. Nah, bro, can't stop, won't stop, Jay. Told me it cost $25 to fix your situation because I'm not supposed to be paying the same amount as yeah, bro, you paying like Jesus Christ. Like Jay, I think you coming up before about child support. Now I think about it. But yeah, Jay, you should definitely not be getting charged that much, like, bro. Like I wouldn't even say I have a job, man. Oh, dang, Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Have a 10-year-old in the whole 90K. I guess that kind of add up from birth. 10,000 a year. Yeah. That's about right. Okay, yep, more public records, more databases. Just Google databases like LexisNexis. Things of that nature, man. I like this live today. I like this live group today. Shout out to y'all. But damn, well, yeah, USAA. My homegirl, where she go? She Waze. See Waze, you still there? I meant to look at USAA business account. What USAA got on the business side? I've never even checked. USA does not offer business checking on this. Why? Right there. Hey, see, wait, yeah, USA don't even offer business checking account. So yeah, they out the question on business credit. They don't offer business credit, so that's why I never heard of them, because they don't even offer the checking account. So I never even looked into them. But Navy Federal, they got a lot more business products than they had when I first got my card. If I can find my card. If I can find it, did I throw it away? Because I maxed that bitch out. And it ain't good no more, so I might have threw it away. We going through this credit Bible. Look at all these cards. We got so many cards, you know. NASA Federal. NASA is a great credit union. NASA Federal for business and all other products. Yeah, I must have put that Navy Federal card away. I just want to show y'all to y'all so y'all know I ain't lying. Oh, there you go. I just let y'all see the card number and everything. It ain't doing that. Okay, let y'all see the other card number though. Wait a minute, they put it about bow. It don't even look like this no more. It's expired. It expired in 2023. Y'all can see that. How I flip stuff around. Oh, that's the wrong one. But y'all know. Y'all get the idea. Yeah, man. Got my brothers bonding over child support. Yeah, man. She's wicked out here. Wicked world, man. Just make sure you take care of your kids, but you ain't got to be on paper to take care of your kids, man. Hey, but yeah, that's what we looking like. We don't do USAA, only Navy Federal and NASA Federal credit unions for the business side. What's your favorite credit union, Jay? What credit union you up on, my brother? Yeah, man, you finna rob these banks and pay that child support back, man. OPM. Let's get it. Rob these banks legally. Ain't nobody going to jail. Ain't got time to go to jail. Then here's some more cards. We got some Navy Federal, Amex Navy Federal cards, PSECU, Discover, Chase Inc. Those big boy Chase Inc. business credit cards. Yeah, Chase used to give out the bag, boy, $30,000 cards. No doc. Man, them were the big old days. That was the good old days. America Fast. I ain't heard of that one. America Fast. Let me Google that. America Fast. That's the credit union, Jay? America Fast. Oh, America First. I can't read. America First. America First Credit Union. They closed for the holiday. What holiday we got? Oh, we got Columbia Day. The only Christopher I acknowledge is Brown. All right. Boy, your baby mama 9 years older than you? Boy, that's crazy. Boy, you got a whole story to tell, bro. She groomed you, dog. You got groomed. Augusta, Georgia. Augusta, Georgia. Don't know much about Augusta. I just go through there when I'm going to Charleston and South Carolina and places. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool. Daycares are needed. Only thing about daycare is about getting the workers. That's the hardest thing I hear about people who own daycares is getting qualified workers to stay, because it's kind of hard to pay them a lot of money. Even like when my kids in daycare, like the teachers kind of constantly rotated. It's real hard to keep good quality daycare instructors and teachers in your facility. Even though people need jobs now, so motherfuckers should be trying their best to get a job and shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jay, dick discipline, man. It's hard when you young, 18. I was just out here slanging, skeeting and everything too. But yeah, bro, you learned your lesson. You know not to do that no more. You definitely got groomed, and now you got to work your way out that bit. But hit the dude up, child support guy on Instagram, man. I think he can help you, bro. Plus you been in this since 18. He definitely can help me. Any more questions, concerns about credit, CPs, trade lines? You need those trade lines. You want to boost those scores up. I got some trade lines still left for October. Most people bought them up this week. I got some left, some slots open for October. Hit me up. Add you to my trade line list. And CPNs are not officially dead, but they look like they got one foot in the grave. And other news, they found the guy Derek that broke out of jail in New Orleans back in May. They found him in Atlanta today. They got him on the news, but in the back of an Atlanta SUV police car, looking crazy. And then we buying stocks and stuff as well, man. Yeah, leave them cougars alone. Oh, man, I had my phone with some cougars, boy. Whew. Man, I remember I was 20, no, about 30. I think I was 30. Messing with this 50-year-old. Wow, she was super thick. Well, Lord have mercy. And then her daughter found out. So me and her daughter was me and her daughter were like mutual friends. And then her daughter found out. And it kind of got awkward after that. I was messing with her mom, but he just come over and cook me Sunday dinner and stuff. It was cool. I like her. What's the oldest range anybody ever mess with? Like, hey, look, hey, up the worms, but hey, I put a worm in her, put a snake in her, and you got some worms from me. But and she couldn't get pregnant. So boy, hey. That was a good time. That was a whole lifetime ago, boy. That was a whole different person back then, man. Hey, we got some real questions. Are trade lines effective if there is a bankruptcy that falls off? That's a great question. That is a great question. Trade lines will help. Now, most banks will not approve you if you got a bankruptcy on your thing, period. They see one bankruptcy, cool. Now, good thing is you can't get bankruptcy removed off your credit. Now, the hardest credit union to remove it off of is Experian. And unfortunately, that's what most banks pull from, Experian. Now, there are a lot of banks who don't pull from Experian. So if you're able to get that bankruptcy removed off of TransUnion or Equifax, and then you can freeze your Experian credit bureau, then you can start applying for stuff. But yes, even with a bankruptcy on your credit report, if you don't have anything else negative but that bankruptcy, that trade line will boost your score up. Yep. Yeah, man, them OGs, them Cougars, and they don't play no games either. They know what you came over there for. They only want one thing. You ain't got to act like you over there to chill with them and They'll do that awkward 10 minutes of conversation, TV time before you get to, they're ready. The Cougars are ready. Just don't play with them. You go, hey, boy, you better be on your A game when you go over there, but don't go come half stepping because you get replaced out here. 100. Your trade lines do work only if you have limited amount of negative stuff on there. You smell me? You smell me? Let's see what else going on out here in the world. We're Bitcoin at Bitcoin. What's going on? Yeah. You don't want nothing past 45 here now. I got a 10-year sliding scale. I go up 10 years, go down 10 years. So I'm 42, so I ain't messing with nothing over 32. I mess with nothing over 52. You know what I mean? I had that 10-year sliding scale. Me just interacting with 20-year-olds just on some business, just on some casual, this motherfucker knowing the shit. Anybody in their 20s, I'm sorry if you're in your 20s, but shit, boy, y'all motherfuckers. Being on the shit. And then with the little baby hair, shit, the baby hair, copy and paste baby hairs off your face, girl. But yeah, that's why I mess with 30, 32 and up. But like, you gotta be careful with the 30 range, because like, especially they don't got kids, they, that clock get to ticking, they want to have some kids, and they'll trap you. Make your trap, hey! Yeah, man. Yeah, we got out the credit. We just talking about whatever right now. It's cool. We vibing. I'm about to fire up the Bleezy. Let me roll up, Sean. Might get kicked off the live, but yeah. What's the name of that website where we get the trade lines? Trade line for $1? Never heard of a trade line for $1. Now there's a trade line for $6.99, and that one is called Geist. How does this work? Let me turn the thing off. It's called Geist. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone and show you. And in the bottom of my YouTube videos, I got a link that both of us use the Geist link. Both of us will get like a free month or easy approval or something like that. How that go? Oh, that's beacons. But yeah, Geist, that's a trade line, $6.99. They'll report over 2,500 for you. All right. And then, of course, I got my ebooks. If you want to learn how to build up a CPN, or want a list of soft pull credit cards, I got a list of all the soft pull credit cards. Want to get your CPN number validated. I have a CPN skip tracing account, and I just charge you guys $20 to use my skip tracing account and look up your cards. Yeah, Jace, a lot of ways to make money in this credit, bro. Tap in with me, man. Let's get some things rolling, man. Let's get some business rolling. You got some credit cards I can add to my trade line list? Let me know. See what he said, blowing dust. Hey, that boy blowing dust. Say, boy, you still shooting out them things. 63 still busting. Pop, 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 pop. Busting on everything. What about LLCs? What about LLCs? See, Wady? You want to know about LLC, man? LLCs is the best thing going, but it's hard. It takes a lot more time, so a lot of people don't have the patience and and the time to really build up their LLC. They want things instant. They want to get going instant, but it takes time to actually build your LLC. Now you can, get a chef corp. I don't recommend chef corp because most of them don't come with documents. So you can just start a new business and lie and say it's 5 years old and you pretty much get the same results. My Telegram, did I delete Telegram? I think I deleted Telegram, man. There was too many scammers and weirdos. I still got Telegram. I forgot my memo on Telegram. What's my Telegreasy? Telegreasio at Life in ATL. Let me see if I can put that in the chat. How do I chat? Chat. How do I chat? I can't chat to the chat. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna do it like this. All right. There it is. Hit me up. Guess I'm gonna start me a Telegram for my CPN stuff. So if you are interested in getting sauce on the CPN, got questions you want to ask in the chat, hit me up, Shay. Add me to the thing. I don't really know how to use Telegram. The Telegreasio. What you want to know about the LLC? See, Wade, you want to know how to start one? You want to know if they're still good? You want to know what banks are good to open up your account with? You just said, what about LLCs? I need more information, love. You need to know what you want to know. I know a lot about LLCs. I got 4 of them. Houses in the cash. Man, sell them houses. Everybody getting, most people I know are selling their real estate right now. I'm not sure why. I know a lot of investors are getting out the game. They're selling most of their inventory these days. And I'm looking to buy. So I'm going to buy one. I can't buy all of them from you, Tyrone, but I can buy one. How to start one. Girl, hey, see, Wade, you were way smarter than that and asking how to start an LLC now. That information is everywhere. That is not hard. You go to your Secretary of State. What state you in, see, Wade? Pittsburgh, you in Pennsylvania? I don't know. But in Georgia, it's only $100. Was it 50? I think it's $100 to start an LLC. Go to the Secretary of State. It's pretty much the same in every state. The Secretary of State, just Google Secretary of State and then your state. And go to that website and start your business application online. In Georgia, you got to make an account with the Secretary of State, and then you do that. And you just make the business. Pay the $100. Make sure you got a name that's not being used, and you do that. Now, I'm a registered agent in Georgia, so if you want to open up a business in Georgia, I can help you out with that. But other than that, yeah, just go to the Secretary of State. See, Wade, you way smarter than that. You know how to start a business, man. That ain't hard. That information is everywhere. You just gotta want to do it. And then you ask, oh yeah, you said you was in Augusta. Okay, yeah, hit me up. See, Wade, yeah, I forgot you did say you was in Augusta. Yeah, it's Secretary. I can send you that link directly. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram at Credit K. We can get some things going. If you want to open up something in Georgia, yeah, I can definitely help you out with that. No problemo. But in order to get those lines of credit, you got to have a good personal credit score. I'm talking 680 or better before you can apply for some lines of credit. Or I got some ways, you can manufacture some money coming in your bank account. We can send a direct deposit from your job to your business bank account, or we can liquidate some credit cards, or, We can just flip some money between each other. I had a funding train what I did. Me and 3 of my buddies, you know, we just took $10,000. You know, he put 10,000 in my account, left it in there for 2 months, and I moved it and put 10,000 and put it in his account. We just kind of rotated the same $10,000 around to make it look like our business was making that much money. Straight ACH deposit, so we're not losing anything on, you know, credit card or invoices, nothing like that. We did this straight ACH deposits. Let the bank see we had 10K rolling in, and then we killed them folk with the cards. So that was a little free game right there, man. Funding train. Everybody got a different name. I call it a funding train. Just rotating money. It's all a numbers game. It's all about making yourself look as good as possible on paper. That's all it is about getting this money. Yeah. You put a property in my name, I can put some change in your pocket, Tyrone. That's how we do it. How we do it just like that. You put a property in my name, I send you backs. Yeah. It's pretty simple. You just gotta want to do it. You know, see, Wade, she just still kind of filling out, see what she want to do. She know how to start a business. She just wanna you know, get some conversation going. I appreciate that. See, Wadey. Hit me up at Life in ATL on Telegram. I don't know why my name is that on Telegram. I should have put it at Credit K. I don't know how I did that. Can I edit that? Oh, yeah, I can't edit it. Let's change this to Credit K. Or did somebody take my name and that's why I did that? Nope, not Credit K is available. All right, let's change that. Now my new name is Credit K. Let's take the poll down. Yep, at Credit K on Telegreasio. At the Telegreasy. All right, y'all. See, Wadey. We about to open up us a daycare in Augusta. Yeah. So I think you know. I think the first thing I would do, see, Wade, is just start looking at, you know, empty property, looking at daycares. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of them in Augusta that's closed within the past 12 months. I guarantee you look on, what's that, LoopNet, LoopNet. And it's another buybizbroker.com or buybiz, something like that. It's actually a website you can like buy businesses. I would check them first. I would try to buy an existing daycare now. Some people already got clients and kids and shit, all they just don't want to run the business no more. I would try that first. And then find one that's recently closed and just, you know, open it up. You know, hopefully you don't have to do too many repairs. Instead of finding one, you got to make it to a daycare. That's going to cost a lot of money. You want to keep your overhead as low as possible, man. I've had to talk many of my friends out of starting, or actually getting physical locations for their business. One of my friends opened up a restaurant. I told him just get a food truck, bro. Just get a food truck, start low. 3 years later, he closed the restaurant and got a food truck. He rolling now. So, like, to keep your overhead low when you're starting a business. Something I wish I did. I took out a bunch of loans, got brand new cargo vans, brand new cars, putting them on Turo, starting businesses. I should have just got a used van. Should have got a way cheaper cash car. Would have been a lot better. Look at C. Wade and Tyrone flirting in my chat. I love connection in the chat. You know what I mean? Love connection in the chat there. Yeah, C. Wade. Hey man, Tyrone got some money, man. Got crib, house. Shit. Get your little sugar daddy. Sugar daddy. You gonna have to give him some sugar though. You know what I mean? We ain't about that sugar daddy life with no sugar, man. You know what I mean? You gotta pay to play. Hey, you ain't trying to have no baby, so dust ain't too bad. I'm gonna put a little baby powder on you. You know what I mean? Get that check. coming to Augusta. Tyrone. See, way to bring a friend for me. We're going to have a party in Augusta. Might meet up at the Masters next year. That sounds kind of crazy. But yeah, man, we're going to meet up in Augusta. Oh, got to be in a range. Well, you ain't tell us your range, see, Wadey. So what's your range? What's the oldest you gonna mess with? What's the youngest you gonna mess with? Or are you married? And you just over here just playing with our emotions. Then we got a love connection in the chat. It ain't even Valentine's Day. We getting things going. Getting things rolling for cuffing season. Almost cuffing season. When y'all seen that chart where they got the cuffing season, got the draft, they got the picks. You got cuffing season time right now. Oh, damn, Tyrone just missed the cutoff, but hey, we got some other eligible bachelors in the chat. You know what I mean? We getting money and getting love connections, man. We helping out the economy and helping out the birth rate. Even though most people ain't trying to have no more babies though. Most of the 35 and up crowd ain't trying to have no more babies. And we talking about a scale. It's a scale, Trish. You can go up, you can go down. You know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't saying you got to be the same age. You know, you got to go up or down on the scale. You know what I mean? You know, the ladies like young men too. You know, but they only like it. They taking it. They grooming. What my boy Jay Mastermind tapped on that, but they had grooming guys too though. So, you know. Oh yeah, me, I'm 42. Yeah, I'm 42. You talking about me, I'm 42. If you talking about her, yeah, I don't know how old she is. Yeah, I don't know she is. She could be in her mid-40s. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, because I'm dipping down to get me a 30-year-old. You know what I mean? Might dip down to get me a 30-year. Yeah. Yeah, but Trish. Man, I got more questions about credit, CPNs. What else we talking about? Cougars, starting businesses, starting LLCs. How much LLCs cost in your state? And we just had a whole child support conversation, my bro. Do not be one of them guys that owe $90,000 in child support by going raw diggity. But if you do go raw diggity, pick you one to go raw diggity with. Cause they ain't playing out here. They ain't playing at all. Oh, my battery going dead. All right, I'm about to log on now. Oh, you can be a deadbeat all you want. That's how you get $90K in arrears. By being a deadbeat, man, by paying that shit. You know what I mean? They gonna find you. They gonna find you, Trish, and they gonna put you on that child support. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but not have no license and try to duck and dodge them people. Skeeting raw. I've been on live for 80 minutes. Jesus Christ. Definitely gonna have to put this one on private. Just like I got a little greasy right here, but I don't mind talking. You know, I like free talk. I like talking like this. Talking real sleazy and greasy. A little borderline barbershop talk in here today, but we talking about businesses. CPNs ain't dead. They're just a little harder to get on with. And I got the trade line, so hit me up at Credit K. I'm about to get on off here. My phone about to go dead. But till next time, man. Hit me up. Shout out to you, Tyrone, C. Wadey, and my boy Jay Mastermind, man. Good combo today.